Hello everyone, welcome back to the IndieGeekGuy channel and welcome to the finale for Season 2 of Hannibal. I honestly have no idea what to expect from the finale. Literally anything could happen at this point. Like, I dare not even guess, because there's going to be twists, there's going to be backstabbings, I'm sure there's going to be all kinds of crazy shit that's going to happen. It's going to be wild. It's going to be wild. That's my best prediction. All we've got going into this episode is Alana potentially being more in the loop with what's going on. Whether she approves of that loop that she's now in, that's a whole other thing. But that, I assume, is going to get picked up on in this episode. Obviously, we're going to see Jack and Hannibal come to blows. We're going to see how that comes about. I assume. I mean, unless the show's going to pull another rug from underneath me and they're like, actually, that's from season 3. You're not going to see that right now. That would fuck with me. But I presume we're going to get that here. And then obviously the big question, who is actually winning this game of chess that's being played out between Will and Hannibal? Who's actually got them ahead of the other? Because Will's pretty convinced Hannibal has no idea of the game he's playing, but there's been lots of hints to suggest that Hannibal knows exactly what's going on. So what is really going to happen, I guess, is my biggest question. Is Hannibal going to do something because of his love for Will? Is that what's going to end up getting him caught? Or is it going to be his ego where he thinks he's won the whole time? Many, many options. I'm excited to see it. I'm going to stop rattling on and we're just going to jump into this and see what happens, I guess. But before we do, please remember to hit the thumbs up button if you do enjoy this reaction and the review of the episode that happens afterwards. Also consider subscribing and supporting the channel that way. There are links in the description to the Discord and my Twitch channel, so come hang out, talk over there. We hang out, play games. It's a good old time. People enjoy it. You'll enjoy it. Come join in on the fun over there. I'm eager. Let's jump into this episode, pull off the band-aid and see where we're going for the next season as well, because we got a whole other season to do yet. So excitement. Let's see what happens and not get too panicked about anyone who may or may not die. I don't know. Let's do it.
The orchestrations of carbon. You and me.
And Jack.
And Jack.
Oh, I can feel the tension. The tension is building, boys and girls. The ticking clock in the background is really, really helping with that.
Hannibal thinks you're his man in the room. I think you're mine.
Will's just playing everyone off. I'm my own man, god damn it. I'll kill both of you.
When the moment comes.
When the moment comes.
Will you do what needs to be done?
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Oh, yes.
That's so good. That's so good. Fucking show. Fuck you for being this good. Stop it. Oh, he's back. The ghost of Christmas past is here. That's not a good sign for Will's mental state if he's seeing him again.
I'm here because I can't abandon Jack.
What we do for ourselves dies with us. What we do for others lives beyond us.
You saved me for Jack.
That's a surprisingly bit of wisdom for not like a non-evil one.
Will you save him for me when I'm gone?
Interesting. Interesting. He did say Jack has become his friend, so I wonder if that's gonna conflict with him a little bit.
You can write about me. You can write about Hannibal. But leave Abigail alone. Just let her rest in peace.
Come on, Freddy. Do at least that. At least do that, Freddy. Look at these two, like, being friends now. How the world has spun around and morphed, huh? At least friends for now. We'll see how long it lasts, I guess.
I'm dismantling who I was and moving it brick by brick.
Oh, he expects to not be able to get away with killing Jack, I guess. That's what we're getting at here. He's like, well, we're killing him. I need to move on from this.
My palace is vast, even by medieval standards. The foyer is the Norman chapel in Palermo. Severe and beautiful and timeless, with a single reminder of mortality. A skull.
I'll I need is a stream.
Interesting that Hannibal's mind palace is a big grand mansion, whereas Will's is a stream where he fishes. Just a little reference to show that there is a clear difference between the two of them, despite how similar they may become. Oh my god, he smelled her. He did smell her. That's bad. That's bad. The plan has become unfolded because he can smell. Or unless Will wants him to smell it. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know who's smarter anymore. I don't know if Will would do it on purpose or if that's Hannibal's gotcha moment.
We've all been poisoned.
You saw what no one else could.
I guess she's just on board now. And now she feels horrible about it.
You've set some sort of trap and you're goading Hannibal into it. How can you be sure he's not goading you?
This is the question we're all asking. This episode's doing such a good job at just building up pure, thick tension. Like, everyone just feels like wound up like a spring, just ready to pop.
We could disappear now. Tonight.
Testing him to see if he's really into the running away together vibe or not.
I would forgive you. If Jack were to tell you all is forgiven, would you accept his forgiveness?
He wants justice.
Jack is Batman.
He wants the truth.
To the truth, then.
Feels like Hannibal's heart is breaking a little bit in its own way. Like he thinks he knows what's going on, but maybe he's supposed to. Oh, the mind games. But it does feel like if Will betrays him, it's like legitimately gonna hurt his soul.
Hannibal Lecter is being induced to commit murder. This is outrageous government conduct. After an inquiry, I'm putting you on forced compassionate leave.
Yeah, this is the thing. Like, how are they gonna sell this? How are they gonna sell this to the higher ups? And this is why Jack's just gonna be like, fuck it. I will take him out myself. I don't care if I'm acting on government orders or not.
The only way to catch him is in the act.
This is what Will and Jack said.
Jack Crawford sanctioned this, and then he hid it from us.
He's desperate, okay? He's desperate. Hannibal's worth the effort, okay?
Reality, Jack Crawford misused the power of his office.
This is also true. But it's Hannibal fucking Lecter.
He knows what you have to do. That won't stop him from doing what he has to do.
Ticking clock. The ticking clock just sneaks back in. Like, I didn't notice it at first, but there it is, ticking away. Maybe this is where Dunkirk got the idea from.
They've issued a warrant for your arrest, Will.
All right, Alana. Did a solid. She did a solid.
They know.
And Will's warning Hannibal as well. Oh my god, what the fuck is happening? Everyone's warning each other. This is going to explode. Hence the ticking motif that is constant. Oh shit. Here we go. Here we go, boys and girls. Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh my god. Oh, I'm just like tight. I'm just tight all over right now. Fuck. Oh, not again. Oh, I knew what was happening, but Jesus. Alana's here as well. Alana's here now. Where's this going to go? Who's dying? Who's dying? Someone's dying.
I'd like to report gunshots.
Oh, Jack. Wait. Is Jack gonna be the caught in the act part? But how's that gonna work? Oh, I don't know. I don't want to presume. Oh, I don't know. Alright. This is where we saw up to. This is more or less where we saw up to, right?
Hannibal!
Look at him dual wielding. Fuck me.
I was so blind.
Yeah, you kind of were. You kind of were, Lana. I don't... Maybe not the time to be having this in a monologue, though.
Walk away. I'll make no plans to call on you, but if you stay, I will kill you.
What are you going to do, Alana? What are you going to do? God damn it. Well, that is an empty gun. That's unfortunate. He emptied the gun, didn't he? Well, that's evidence. That'd be evidence right there. It's got his fingerprints and everything on. Oh my God, what the fuck is happening? She's just been in the house the whole time?
I'm so sorry.
Well, yeah, I figured if she was here, she's probably on Hannibal's side. Jesus Christ. I knew she was in this house somewhere. How's Will gonna react to all of this? Does he know that Abigail's alive or not?
Will Graham, I need ERT at 5 Chandler Square.
I mean, she's breathing. Just. This has turned into an absolute shit show. Jesus. I mean, Abigail's got to be Hannibal's, like, fucking trump card, right? He's been saving her for this moment. If I could find one last thing to convince Will, this is it. That we could all go together and be a happy family. Happy little murder family.
I didn't know what else to do, so I just did what he told me.
Where is he?
She looked. Man, he looks like a fucking zombie.
Supposed to leave.
I was Will trying to, like, get all of the victory. Like, get Hannibal out, but also get him caught. Was that the plan? Oi! Oi!
I wanted to surprise you. He wanted to surprise me.
Jesus! What is this episode?
You would deny me my life.
No, not your life.
My freedom, then. You would take that from me.
I mean, you kind of deserve it, Hannibal. like if there was ever a person who needed to be locked up, it's you,
You
buddy.
believe you could change me the way I've changed you.
I already did.
Yeah, you might have done a little bit. You've been a bit more emotionally attached to things than you were previously.
No.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I fucking knew it. Fucking, God fucking damn it. This definitely makes Hannibal look guilty. There's no way around it anymore. Hannibal looks like the bad guy now. If that was the plan the entire time, I don't know if it was worth it. Sweet Jesus. This whole thing's been ridiculously visceral. Oh my God. Are you fucking kidding me? You fucking kidding me? How the fuck does season 3 work? What the fuck? I don't understand. Alright, shut up. Shut up and just watch what's happening. I mean, he's on the run now, no matter what. Like, he is on the run. It's just a matter of who the fuck is surviving this. Can I breathe now? Can I breathe? Oh, that's where we're ending. That's where we're ending. I don't trust this, though. Hold on. I'm waiting till the end of these credits, motherfucker. You can't trick me. He's off on a plane.
Madame?
Oh my God. What does this mean? Now, is this just a sign of Hannibal desires partnership now, and that's Will's influence on him? He can't even run away on his own anymore? Fuck. Dude. Jesus. Ugh. Have you ever had a show that it literally feels like it's just grabbing you by the throat? Like, I imagine if I was watching this live and I don't just get to immediately go into season 3 to see what happens, if I had to wait however long the gap was between season 2 and 3 with that as my ending, like, that would be torture. Like, it felt like the show would literally be saying, yeah, fuck you, you are coming back next year. You want to know, motherfucker. Firstly, loved the pre-opening credits sequence. Like the whole mirroring of the scenes between Jack and Hannibal, with Will there saying like the same but different things, and then having the split camera going through the whole thing. Chef's kiss in terms of editing, writing the scenes, putting it all together. It's just, that's when like filmmaking, TV making just comes together to give you a visual audio way of telling a story and fully setting you up for what is to come. Basically, just amazing. Also throughout, it started there, but throughout the episode we've had this sort of ticking clock motif playing in the background, and they sneak it in and it comes and goes, but it's like it sneaks up on you, like to the point where you don't realize when it first started, which is just great. And it just, you know, it gives that sense of a ticking bomb that's about to go off, and boy howdy did it go off. So yeah, I really loved just the, you know, the filmmaking techniques that were being used in this episode to convey an emotional point in the build-up, and obviously the payoff as well. As for what happened in the episode, like the actual story that was being told, it seems like to me, if I've got this right, Will, I mean, I kind of called it in that Will was playing his own game entirely, separate to everyone. Like, it seems like he wanted Hannibal to get away, like he wanted to show the world that Hannibal was guilty, that he was right about him, that he's dangerous, and he, you know, needs to be caught. But he doesn't want him to die either. So it seems like the plan from Will's perspective was to set this whole thing up, and then Hannibal would escape, right? Unless he was just continuing the game, as soon as he saw that Hannibal was not dead, injured, whatever, he tried to play it up as like you were supposed to be gone, and like to try and keep the illusion going. But I don't know, it felt more earnest than that. It felt like he was genuinely saying, like, my plan was that you were meant to leave, god damn it, you were meant to go. I don't know what that means for Jack in terms of Will's plan, if like Jack was the sacrificial play. Like they mentioned sacrificial lamb at the start of the episode, so I guess that Jack was the sacrifice that Will was willing to make to show Hannibal's true colors. Like, in order to get Hannibal caught or on the radar of the FBI, he needed him to kill a big fish, effectively. And, you know, Jack is an important person, someone who would draw a lot of attention if he were to die. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure if that was the plan or not. I guess that may become a bit more clear next season, depending on who lives. Like, that cliffhanger, like, there's just enough hope. You know, there's just enough hope for everyone there that if they die or live, I would be accepting of both outcomes. So it's just I guess I have to wait and see what happens with that. But yeah, I think I did sort of clock on to the idea that, you know what, I don't think Will's playing either of your games. He's definitely doing his own thing, and he's trying to get, you know, it's like when you play like an RPG game where you're playing, like, you want the best possible result, but you know you can't achieve that result. You're going to annoy someone or make an enemy of someone or whatever. It felt like Will was doing that. He wanted to get the ending where everyone was happy, and that was never going to happen. As much as he has a burning hatred for Hannibal and what he did to him and this entire thing that went on, he doesn't want him to die because he has a respect for him. And more so than that, I think he, you know, genuinely gave a lot to himself, to their relationship, and that created an emotional attachment with Hannibal in his heart and mind. And much the same with Hannibal. Hannibal clearly wanted Will's forgiveness there at the end, and he had this grand plan where we were going to run away together, me, you, and Abigail. It was going to be a surprise. You were going to love it. Like, you know, it was clearly a whole thing where their relationship has become a lot more meaningful to both of them than either of them expected it to. Even though Hannibal was like we started this show with Hannibal kind of opening himself to the idea of friendship and thinking that Will could be the one he lets pass the barrier to become that friend, and it just became something else entirely. It went to a whole other place. And that line from Will, like Hannibal was saying, like, I've changed you, I made you better, and this is the gift I've given you, and you've denied it, and all that. And then Will saying, like he's changed him, and Hannibal's just kind of in denial. It feels like about that, but he definitely seems more emotionally attached to certain people. Like he was certainly emotionally attached to Abigail, to Will. Like you could tell he did not want to do what he did at the end. Like he didn't want to kill Abigail, he didn't want to kill Will, but he felt like it was what he had to do in order to survive once again. And it's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. Obviously, if you've been watching these reactions, you kind of knew that I had the feeling of there's another Abigail-shaped card in the deck here, and I'm waiting for it to be sprung. At first, I thought she might have been in the basement, and maybe she was in the basement. Maybe that is what Katz saw in the basement, what got us so surprised before Hannibal, sliced and diced. But, I definitely felt that there was an Abigail revelation on the way. It still got me, though. It still got me that she just walked out of the shadows so nonchalantly, and I guess that's kind of the best way to do it, to sort of show that she's been here the whole time, kind of thing. Like more importantly, it's more like how tragic for Will that Abigail's been here the entire time, in this house presumably, whilst all of this has been going on. And yeah, just the tragic nature of that. It really felt like a perfect way to pay off the themes that were being played with in this season. Like, it was just the culmination of everything that Will had been going through throughout the season, that build up, their relationship developing to where it got to, like the plays to get him caught, the Jack of it all. Like it was like the most perfect gruesome explosion of character interaction and violence that you could ask for based upon everything that had come before it. And obviously leaves an open door for where things may go for season 3, depending on who's alive. Like, obviously it feels like to me that Hannibal is firmly on the run at this point. Alana called in gunshots, even though nobody showed up, so there's a response time for you, I guess. But presumably, I'm guessing maybe season 3 will open either directly after these events, and we'll see like the aftermath of after Hannibal leaves or something like that, or there'll be like a sometime later kind of gap thing, and maybe we'll get picked up on the information of what happened on that night afterwards. I don't know, but presumably authorities will arrive. Whoever survives will survive. They'll be able to tell the account of what happened, or a version of the account, depending, because I'm assuming Will is still alive by the end of this, and he's going to tell whatever he's going to tell. I don't know if he's still going to try and maybe defend Hannibal a little bit, maybe, although, like, at least in the sense of, I'm not going to give away where he may have ran off to. Of the characters, I will say, like, I'm fairly certain Will is still going to be alive. If season 3 starts and Will is dead, that will surprise me. Like, if any of the others are dead or not, I would be accepting of that. I mean, I wouldn't want them to be, because I want to see more of them, and I'd love to see the aftermath of all this get played out with those characters. But if Will is dead, that would be like, you kidding me? You kidding me? That would be the one. So I am highly doubtful that he is dead. So we're definitely going to be continuing that story. I am fascinated to know, like, I guess it's just going to be a manhunt for Hannibal. Like, he must be a wanted man, and who better to go on that manhunt but than Will? And that will be kind of the setup for at least the start of the season. I'm sure it will go through all kinds of weird and wonderful loopholes as we go through it, but I am assuming that's what the season 3 setup will be. I also loved, it's really come around. It was a very quick turnaround for Freddy, but it almost feels like she's had a rebirth in herself. Like, there's been a lot of themes of rebirth throughout the show, but having Freddy killed, and now she's come back in potentially a more compassionate look on life, maybe. Like the discussion between her and Will, I really liked. It was nice to see them just having just a frank conversation and an earnest one, and not being at each other's throats or trying to get something out of the other. They were just being honest. So yeah, I'd like to see more of that Freddy coming forwards. It's still a little bit of a, I don't know if Will knew that Hannibal would be able to smell Freddy's scent on him or not. It feels like there was a potential that Will did that on purpose, so Hannibal would think like, okay, I need to leave without Will, kind of thing. I don't know. That's just guesstimating. I'm not entirely sure. I just really loved this episode from its execution. It's definitely one of those episodes that really benefits from being with the show, you know? Like, if you were just to watch this episode, it wouldn't hold nearly the amount of weight it does having gone through the first 2 seasons. I hate bringing it back to other shows, but, you know, I want this thing to stand on its own 2 feet and show how impressive it is and all the things it does right. But it does remind me of certain episodes of Black Sails where there are these big, mammoth moments that hit in such a way because of all the little things that have happened up to that point. And this show is much the same in that it doesn't just pay off the big overarching plot that's going on and all that, but it also pays off all these little character moments that happen throughout. And it's like, yep, that makes sense. I get it. I get that, why that's happening. I understand why this is happening. Sure, there are probably elements of it that may not hold up to certain bits of scrutiny. Like, I was thinking the other day about when Will gave Hannibal the meat of Freddy, but clearly that wasn't the case. So was Hannibal able to tell that it wasn't or was human meat? Like, there's little things like that can maybe come up into question, but I think the overall, like, the emotional journey of it and how the story unfolds, you can kind of like forgive those little nitpicks, and maybe there is a way you can explain it, and I'm sure someone in the comments will give it their good college try to explain how that might have been worked around, or there might be something in season 3 that might help with that. I don't know. 2 seasons in a row where the ending has been such a fulfilling ending, surprising ending, based on everything the season had done up to that point to earn where it ends up by the end point, but also give you a hook as to why you'll want to come back next time, basically, in terms of the mechanics of making a TV show where you want your audience to be invested and to want to come back and wait that year-long gap for the next season. You know, it's been done really well on both occasions in my eyes. I think the only true gripe I have with this season that probably holds a little bit more weight than the small nitpicky stuff, if I have to bring it up, which I suppose I should, because I am effectively reviewing these shows as I go through them, as well as just enjoying them. Alana in this season, versus Alana in the first season, I mean, I kind of get it. I kind of understand how it's come about, because obviously Hannibal has manipulated Alana through, their long relationship, like he has with many people in his life, and that is why she is so blind to what is so obviously in front of her. Just based on how smart Alana was in season 1, and even the start of season 2, and how she comprehended things and everything, there was a certain element of how long it was taking her to realize there's something a bit shady about Hannibal. Kind of felt like it took a bit too long, for me at least. Like, I had a hard time believing that she wouldn't question it at all for as long as she did, if that makes sense. I don't know if that's a thing that anyone would agree with me on or not, but it is just something I felt. I felt like she maybe should have been a bit more suspicious of everything a bit more quickly. And, there were some hints of it in terms of when Will was trying to get through to her about it and say, look, come on now, even Jack is kind of believing me now, and you're still on this, you're still refusing to believe it. So I guess you did have those little moments, but just, yeah, overall, I think that's the one thing I can point out where I can go, I don't know about that. It just doesn't feel like that quite syncs up in terms of character, but it's not enough for me to not enjoy the show or not enjoy Lana as a character. It wasn't enough for me to get actively annoyed about it. It's just the one thing that sticks out as, I don't know if I completely 100% buy how long it took. Like, I could buy it if it, like, for a moment. Like, there's a moment where she is a bit more like, I've known this guy for a long time. He's never done anything that would make me think this. And obviously, with all the stuff we know about Hannibal and how he can manipulate people and get onto their good sides and literally get under their skin in many ways, I could believe it for a time. It just felt strange that it took her basically until the last episode to actually do anything to act upon it in any way. But I don't know. Feel free to disagree with me about that. That's just my personal feeling. But yeah, I very much enjoyed this episode. If you couldn't tell already, I've very much enjoyed this season. This season was jam-packed. For something that's only 13 episodes, I feel like I've been on a real fucking journey with this season. Like, it's gone all kinds of places I didn't expect and jammed so much character development and stories and overarching stories just into this solid block of, 40-minute 13 episodes. It's really impressive how much, when I think about it, like how much of a journey this season was. But yeah, I'm excited for the next season. Don't have to wait a year for it. I get to start it next week, which is exciting. That's a good time right there. So I hope you've enjoyed this second season going through it with me. I hope to see you for the next season as well, and we'll dig into that and see what mysteries and changes and how things are going to get mixed up for that. I'm excited. I'm excited to see what they do next, where they take things next, all that good stuff. And maybe we're going to get some different locations and stuff now that we're taking off on a plane. And obviously, Gillian Anderson, I assume, is going to be a bigger role in the next season if they're like partnered up together, and what that all is going to entail. And, that's a big lingering question. I barely even mentioned that because, it's a stinger at the end, but it's a big question. Like, did she sell them out? Did she not? Like, she's there with him. Why is she there with him? Why isn't Hannibal just doing this on his own? Like, there's a lot there to unpack in the next season, and I can't wait to get into it. I think it's going to be a good old time. Thank you for watching this one, guys. If you enjoyed it, please press the thumbs up button. It helps me know you liked it. It helps it get seen by more people. Also, consider subscribing and supporting the channel that way. There are links in the description for Twitch and Discord. I'd love to see you over there. Come hang out live. We talk about all kinds of nonsense. It's a fun time. But yeah, other than that, thank you for watching. I will catch you on the next one.